In case you don't know, our mission here at Sorted is to get people into the kitchen talking about
and cooking
great food.
Because of this, the guys at Tesco have asked us to take some everyday ingredients and use them to create 3 incredible dishes.
This week, we're looking at
butter! Are we spreading it on toast?
You could do, it crops up in hundreds of recipes, but today we're flavouring it 3 ways to serve with fish, lamb and steak.
Mike, what are you making?
Well, Barry. First up, I'm making a North African spiced butter.
I'm making a blue cheese rocket and walnut butter.
But first, I'm making a caper, olive and parsley butter.
And for this recipe, we're going to need olives, capers, parsley and butter.
No way!
It really is that simple. So, olives, you're going to take them. These are pitted black olives. Just chop those up as fine as possible. I'm going to do the same with fresh parsley and we'll run a knife through some capers. The important thing is to keep everything really small so that when it gets mixed into the butter, there's no big lumps of anything.
Ben, sometimes when they make olives, they don't make them black.
When they make olives?
Yeah, they make them green, and sometimes they make them with garlic cloves in them, or chilies, or almonds and things like that. Could you use those ones instead?
Yes, all of the above. I just suggest you take the stones out before you start chopping them. Makes it easier. Now the next process here is very, very simple. You just beat it all together into a pack of salted butter. Use the salted stuff because the flavour and seasoning's already there.
Nicely done.
Add in everything else. Now for this one, I'm not going to season it, however, plenty of black pepper, and then if you just beat the whole lot together, Baz. Now essentially, that is the recipe done.
Wicked, Jamie, your recipe.
No, hang on. I'm also going to show you 3 different methods of storing it or using it. So this
and presenting it.
And presenting it. So this one just in cling film. So use your butter to make a sausage down the middle of some cling film. Perfect, that'll do for the moment. And then all you need to do is just kind of roll it up, give it a bit of a squeeze, and you end up with something like that. Twist opposite direction from both ends. That can now go into a fridge and set up until it's chilled, and then you can just slice off bits and pieces as and when you want it, throw it into all sorts. We're going to put it on top of some fried cod, or any fish would be good. You can toss it through pasta dishes, risottos last minute. It's kind of cool, it's ready to go. That just needs to go into a fridge and chill up. Now for this butter, we're going to serve it with a nice piece of cod, so just one portion to demonstrate. Best thing, skin on, just wipe it with a bit of kitchen roll, and then season it salt and pepper both sides.
And then skin down is the trick, isn't it?
Skin down into a pan with oil that's already hot. Once you've got a crispy skin, just flip it over. Almost crispy skin. Fish nearly there, all it needs is a squeeze of lemon.
What size would you recommend for this, Ben?
Oh, it's so personal. This is just the basics. You can go with steamed veg, some sauteed potatoes, a crisp salad. Honestly, whatever you like.
Make sure you butter it no matter what you do.
Do you know what I'd recommend?
What?
Tender stem broccoli.
Oh, nice.
Good choice.
Making a posh, isn't he?
And of course, a slither of our butter, while it's still hot, will just begin to melt on top of all of that.
And that is our caper, parsley and olive butter.
Sorted.
With cod.
I'm not going to lie to you, Ben. I quite like steak.
In fact, know you do.
Some people have even referred to me as the steak man.
The steak man, which is why we're going to cook a steak to go with our next butter. We're going to come to the butter in a minute.
Okay.
First, let's get the steak on. So all we need to do, season it up, salt and pepper, and a little drizzle of oil.
Yep. Then you oil the steak and not the pan, don't you?
If you're using a griddle like this, I think, or if you're cooking it on the barbecue, absolutely, I think it's better to do it that way round. And then into a nice hot pan for the best sound in the world, the sizzle.
Good sound.
So the steak's going to need a minute or 2 on either side, and then an equal time to rest. So another 2 or 3 minutes to rest on a plate. In the meantime, we can make butter.
Okay.
Very, very simple. A pack of salted butter. This one we're going to blend up. So a much easier method. If you've got a food processor, bung it in there, along with some walnuts, a generous handful of rocket, and a crumbling of blue cheese. Simple as that. A little bit of salt and pepper into there as well. Blue cheese can be quite salty, and it's salted butter, so not too much. And then blend it all up. Simple as that.
Lovely.
While I turn the steak. You're the steak man, so you get to choose. But personally, I like it quite rare, medium rare.
Yep, definitely.
Good, good. And then we mentioned there's different ways of serving butter. This one, rather than roll it up and chill it down, we're actually going to serve really soft. Grab yourself kind of a warm spoon and just
love a warm spoon.
Form a bit of a quenelle on top.
That is our blue cheese, rocket and walnut butter.
Sorted.
With steak.
You're not going to believe this, but Ben's been to Morocco.
Yes, and we're going to do a North African inspired butter. It's incredibly versatile, it's delicious, and it starts with, hey, guess what? A block
slab of
salted butter. So into our softened butter, zest, a lemon, and 2 spices are going in as well. So some sumac and some ground cinnamon. So pop both of those in there.
Can we get an explanation of sumac?
Yeah, so sumac is an incredible spice, like a berry. It's quite tart, quite citrusy. It's incredible. You can buy it in the supermarket now. It's quite readily available, and it's really good. It's really good.
It's actually a friend of Susan Boyle's. Sue McDonald. Subo and Sue Mac are the best of friends, and then you double up coming out.
Generous pinch of black pepper into here, and the same of salt. While you're doing that, I'm going to cut up some fresh coriander. You'll notice for this we've gone for a really soft butter, so just 10 seconds or so in the microwave makes this process a lot easier. And then, hey, guess what? Butter number 1 we chilled and sliced. Butter number 2 we scooped and dolloped. This one we're going to pipe and serve in rosette. So grab yourself a piping bag with a star nozzle.
This is posh. I'm surprised Barry's not doing this recipe.
Ben, where did you learn this?
We used to do this in restaurants we worked in, because what you do then is chill them down, or even better, freeze them down. So you've got loads of them, make them all at once, and then whenever you want, you've got people coming round, a dinner party, or the restaurant we went through a lot, you take them out and just serve them. They just look good, but they're chilled butter, and it's just a bit more than just a slab on a plate. At this point, these go into a freezer to chill down.
Ben will be back in a minute with a sandwich bag full of pre-frozen ones.
Oh! And these are here, some I made earlier. Look at these. Once they're frozen, you can take them off the tray, put them into a sandwich bag, they don't knock together or damage. But then you've got these beautiful little rosettes. You can pull out the freezer as and when you need them, let them come back up to room temperature, and you've got beautiful North African butter that look the part. You can put them on the table with fresh bread, easy. Or you can serve with lamb, which is what we're going to do today. So, we've got ourselves a lamb neck fillet. If you can just season that with salt and pepper. With a little bit of oil hot, our neck fillet can go in.
Right, now I want to compare this sizzle to the sizzle of the steak, and then I want you to rate it, okay?
Suboptimal.
I have to be honest though, when lamb hits the pan, it's absolutely delicious.
When lamb hits the pan, it smells really nice, man.
What you can also do is, if you've got some fresh herbs on your windowsill, just rip off some thyme.
Which one's the time, Mike? Which one?
A little bit of that straight in the pan is really nice as well. Completely optional. The lamb fillet needs about 5 or 6 minutes of cooking, turning every couple of minutes. Then add in the butter, it will melt and it will foam, and spoon that over the lamb repeatedly, and it gets all lovely foamy and golden, and then leave it to rest for a couple of minutes before we carve it. There we go, beautiful bit of lamb. Final drizzle of this as well, colour in the form of sumac, and there we go.
So, that's our North African butter
Sorted.
with pan-fried lamb neck.
Well, they look great, but should we tuck in?
I think we should try this one first. Go for the lamb, because you know Morocco's my favourite place in the world.
Have you ever been?
Sumac and lime and coriander, put that on a barbecue and you're on for a winner.
Steak man?
Steak man, let's try the steak.
I was scared of the blue cheese, but it's not overpowering.
Think about it, a little chunk of blue cheese with a whole pack of butter. It's subtle, it's there, but it's not overpowering, it's so good.
I'm moving on to fish, guys.
Peel the skin back, look at that fish, beautifully flaky.
Oh, it's falling apart. That's got flavour that does this.
It gets your taste buds like literally squirting in the back of your mouth. Not taste, but your glands.
It's like tartar sauce, isn't it?
Yeah, same sort of flavours. Well, I think we know which one's Jamie's favourite,
I'm a
but
steak man.
we want to know from you guys which is your favourite, so comment down below.
And if you've got something different, then let us know as well.
And please do subscribe.
It really helps.